of yourself, you need to go down deep, go down in that inner crevice and work upon the shadow.
Entering another dimension, a dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. You're entering a world of realization, in ecstatic, infinite balance.
Infinite balance, giving you that energy from the cosmos to your centers, flows, star seeds, star souls, wagwan. If I raised myself, I would rate myself to a high rate. The reason is, but before that, how would you rate yourself if you raised yourself? Now for me, the reason is because I went down to my inners. I did deep shadow work, especially after my soulmate. Not my twin flame though, but my soulmate, after she transitioned into another realm. I went deep down deep. I went down into my inners and I had war with my shadows. And through that, I became more transparent and more open to all sorts of situations. The work I did for myself made myself a lot more happy in this whole state of the being to this now. And I learned that just even more so that everybody out there must enjoy their type of lifestyle, whatever it is that they want, to the most optimum, the most fullest, all those sort of something in there. We learned that you can't just be like a hamster on one of them running treadmill wheels, doing the so-called 9 to 5, leaving, go to bed, having dinner, watching TV, go to sleep, getting up, going back to work again, leaving, eating, going to sleep, getting back up, going to work again, going through that rotation. That rotation don't work. That rotation doesn't rate. Me, myself, I went into my inners, into learning that me rating myself, if I was like just me raising myself, I'd be extremely proud. And that being said, that goes in back to, if someone would say, okay, does that mean that the way how your parents raised you, it was bad? Some people will go yes to that, and for me it's no, because the parents that raised you in whatever way, especially if you're working on yourself, your parents were there at the right time, at that specific moment, to put you in that actual position for you to work on yourself and to becoming a better version of yourself. So if you're to rate yourself as to raising yourself and you're happy with how you're raising yourself, you have your parents to thank for that, to whatever situation they are in. Notice that also the opposite happens, where parents that are wealthy or whatnot, they do the same thing, or they just raising a kid with a silver spoon. And they'll say either way, if you're working upon yourself in whatever type of way it is, if you're working on yourself and you're happy with yourself, it's all good, all gravy, as them say. But for me, just going into that, and we want the star seeds, star souls out there to know that each and every one of you, to become a highest version of yourself, you need to go down deep, go down in that inner crevice and work upon the shadow. For me, again, if I was my own parent, I would be extremely happy of the way how I'm coming out right now, and especially now expressing the trueness of how I'm feeling and expressing it in all sorts of ways. Even up here in nature, in downtown Toronto, Ontario, Canada, down by the lake. And I would encourage people them to just express themselves more and don't be in that inner crevice. We've seen a lot of that fear of people that walk here is just being just silent about themselves. I go about saying good morning and they acting shocked. They do say good morning though, so that's a plus. But it seems like everyone's walking down with their head down like this. You know what I'm saying? So don't be that person, you know? If you're walking out in the morning like I was morning right now, you know? You see a person, say good morning. If they don't say good morning back, don't worry about that. You know? Remember, you control your own type of reality, your own type of reality tunnel, you know? When you're saying good morning, you're trying to bring them into that positivity that you have. So no say, if they don't want it, they can't bring your positivity. But if they want it, you can spread love, spread all that glorious, you know what I'm saying? So that's just another aspect of knowing on whether you feel good about if you were yourself, would you be happy of the way, if you're the parent of yourself, would you be happy of the way how you raise yourself? And that's like a deep down message for each and every one of you. And if it's like a no, then you know what to do. You work on yourself. Work on becoming higher. Work on becoming a better version. Work on becoming into a position where you're just happy, not with yourself, you're happy with your reality. You're happy with just walking out in whatever status it is. Whether it's cold, hot, summer, rain, fall, whatever the case is. You know, say a lot of times I'll be saying that we don't do cold weather, but you know, say if the cold weather comes, you're still happy because you know there's always a situation where people have it worse, like in the Eastern Hemisphere, you know, so I'm always appreciative, even the negative aspects. I find a positive aspect of that. You know, snow, I don't like snow, but we love seeing snow on the trees and how it looks all pretty, you know. We love the tropics. That's my so-called jam, if you want to say it. But anyway, me being happy of the way how I raised myself, I was a parent of myself, is a good way for each and every one of you to go out there and think how you feel about that. You know, if you feel a certain way, that how maybe you don't like that, you know exactly what to do, how to work on it. If you do feel happy about it, extend upon that. So everybody out there, son, like me, spending some time out here in the early morning, just regulating, observing the energy of the morning. Everybody out there from the north, south, east, and west, where they're enjoying the cold, where you're enjoying the Mediterranean weather, where you're enjoying the tropics, where you're enjoying the humidity. Everybody else there, stay blessed, and more blessed. Like and share, and most importantly, let love guide you, not fear.
Choose the blue pill. Go to bed. Wake up. Have a blessed day. And let society control your reality. Take